All right, you guys ready for your next comic? Make more noise now. You guys ready for your next comic? All right. This next guy, he was actually in the same class as Sean in their comedy class. He's hilarious. Please give it up for RichardV.
How's everybody doing tonight? Woo! All right. I see a lot of familiar faces here. That's good. For those of you that don't know me, my name is RichardV. Being named Richard's a lot of fun. Just means every picture of me is a dick pic. I solo traveled for the first time this year. I went to Thailand. Anyone been? 2, 3 people. That's good. It's a beautiful place if you haven't been. Scary place though. I had a few rules for myself going into it. Number 1, wasn't going to fool around with any of the locals. Did not want to play a game that I dubbed Genital Jack in the Box. I actually had a recurring nightmare leading up to the trip where I was fooling around with a girl, and like a horror movie, I would just hear the music. It would be doot 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 doot. That was Pop, There's a Penis, for anyone that didn't catch that. It took me about 6 years since my last vacation to do this. I tried to live as just a performer for a long time, which meant I was broke. I actually, at the worst, I was $5,000 into MasterCard, and I don't think they understood what broke was, because they would give me these ridiculous calls where they'd be like, "Hey, you missed your last payment." I'd be like, "Yeah, I know, I'm broke, I don't have money." And they were like, "Yeah, but if you don't pay us within a week, we'll charge you an extra $25. Like, I can't pay you $5,000. Let's make it an even 50, man. That's like being trapped in a burning building and somebody standing outside being like, "Hey, if you don't get out of there, I'm gonna toss a match at you." Like, dude, I'm suffering, throw gas. Let's just get this done with. Anyway, the trip didn't start out so well. I gotta be honest, the first hour I spent in Thailand at 4 a.m. was watching other people's luggage go around the carousel, which isn't nearly as fun as the word carousel makes it sound. I went over to the kiosk with my ticket. I handed the lady, she types in the computer. She goes, "Oh yeah, your luggage in China." I was like, "Great, I'm in Thailand." I got my luggage 30 hours later. I went out to celebrate and got pickpocketed. It turns out the lady that was giving directions and was really handsy was not just friendly. So I thought I'd go for a massage to relax. I've never had a massage before. I didn't want to get involved in any of the sordid stuff, so I found a place. It looked really nice from the exterior. And I picked a woman that was a bit older, a bit wider. I thought she'd be kind of past the whole sexual thing. She was experienced, sturdy. I thought she'd give a good massage. And the place had a really reassuring sign out front. In big letters, it said, "No sex." Which I realize now was a grammatical error. They meant to put no question mark, sex, exclamation mark. Like, we're gonna question your no, and we're gonna push sex on you. I began to worry when she walked me in past the nice exterior room, up a narrow staircase, into what I can only describe as a Tarantino opium den. Like, I would not have been surprised if I pulled back a curtain and there was Salma Hayek getting her toes sucked on for no reason. The first thing the lady goes, she goes to me, "You want shower?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to not be able to see my belongings. And 2, I think if I showered here, I'd come out dirtier somehow." She brings me over to this tiny room. It's only big enough for a mat and a blanket. And she goes, "You take off now." So I take off my shirt and I lay down. And she goes, No, take, and tugs at my shorts. So I take them off. And then she points at the boxers and I say, "No." That's where I draw the line. And she goes, No, oil everywhere. And I'm like, man, I don't want oil on my boxers. So like a bad burlesque show, I take them off and roll over. And she lays a towel on my ass to give me just a bit of comfort. And everything's fine at the beginning, but then she starts to work my legs and just starts subtly touching me. It's subtle enough that I know it's happening, she knows it's happening, but I can't say anything. It's like the worst game of chicken. And then she abandons the game and just gives me a tug. And I popped up. I was like, "No!" And she slaps my ass and goes, "You need relax." was like, yeah, that's why I wanted a massage. You tugging my dick like you're turning a light bulb on is not helping. She tells me to flip over, and I'm like, I don't want to. And she goes, no, massage. And I go, okay, if it's just for a massage. So I flip over, and she's working the leg, it's okay, but she gets to the top, and she just gives it a grab. And I go, no, I actually have to smack her hand away. And, and she goes, no charge. I was like, money's not the issue here. Which didn't translate, because she looks at me like I didn't understand, and she goes, and I go, still no, and she goes, okay. Still no. So she finishes up the massage. It's 15 minutes of the most awkward moment. Like if you had a date and somebody made a move, then you still had to eat dinner afterwards. So I go outside and I'm putting my shoes back on, and this guy walks past me, and he sees me, he gives me a smile and a knowing wink, and walks away with, I feel, what's left of my dignity. And I'm just left with one last thought. Did I turn down the best free blowjob of my life? My name's Richard Veltri. Thank you guys very much.
But I can show you something that ain't none of them can. Cause I ain't so cool.
Keep it going for Richard Veltri, everybody. I'd like to point out that his parents were in the audience for that.